In this video we're going to discuss how to add, subtract, and multiply complex numbers. In order to perform operations with complex numbers, they first have to be written in standard form. So if you haven't watched the video about how to write a complex number in standard form, you should definitely check that out, because if you have, for example, a square root of a negative number, you're going to need to rewrite that before you can add, subtract, or multiply. So if we're going to add two complex numbers, let's say we want to add 3 minus 4i and negative 2 plus 6i. It's kind of like if you add two polynomials and you combine the like terms. It's a similar idea. So our real parts of the two numbers are 3 and negative 2. So if we add those together, we get 1. And then our imaginary parts are negative 4 and 6. So if we add negative 4i and 6i, we get a positive 2i. So the result from adding those two numbers is 1 plus 2i. Subtracting is going to be very similar. Say we want to do negative 4 plus 3i minus 6 minus 7i. The only thing that might be a little tricky is we have to remember we're subtracting both the real part and the imaginary part from the second number. So we have negative 4 minus 6 for the real parts, and we have 3i minus negative 7i, so 3i plus 7i. If we want to multiply complex numbers, like say we want to do 5 minus 4i times 7 minus 2i. Again, it's similar to if you were multiplying polynomials. You're going to distribute the 5 to each part of the second number, and you're going to distribute the negative 4i to each part of the second number. So 35 minus 10i minus 28i plus 8i squared, because we had negative 4i times negative 2i. So negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. I times I is I squared. Now we don't want to leave the answer like this. We want the answer to be in standard form, which is a plus bi. So the first thing we should do is combine those two terms that have I. So negative 10i minus 28i is negative 38i. We can't combine that with the 8i squared because that's a different type of term. However, since I is the square root of negative 1, we know that if we square it, we just get negative 1. So what we want to do is we want to replace I squared with negative 1. So that makes that last term 8 times negative 1, which is negative 8. So now we can combine the 35 and the negative 8 and get 27. So we end up with 27 minus 38i.